You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you may not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
Shout out to Astropro for sponsoring this episode and providing us with free samples. Speaking of free samples, I am honestly so grateful because, as you know, this is allergy season in Texas. I think Texas is one of the worst places to live if you have allergies. I have this tree in my backyard. It is the cottonwood tree. I'm highly allergic to cottonwood, not only myself, but also Travis is, and I believe our children are. And Astropro has come in handy. It's a nasal spray, and it has made such a difference in my seasonal allergies. I feel like I can breathe, and it really helped relieve my symptoms quickly. Astropro is the first of its kind nasal allergy spray. It is the fastest 24-hour over-the-counter allergy spray. It starts working within 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take an hour. And if you've had allergies, you know that every minute counts. Astropro delivers full prescription strength indoor and outdoor allergy relief from nasal congestion, runny and itchy nose, and sneezing. Get fast-acting nasal allergy symptom relief with Astropro. Go to astroproallergy.com for a discount so you can Astropro and go today. ASTEPRO allergy.com. Astropro and go. Use as directed for relief of nasal congestion, runny nose, sneezing, and itchy nose due to allergies.
Yay Networks.
Okay, this is a huge week.
Yes, it is. Okay, so first of all, full disclosure, we're waiting on Brandy. She hasn't responded yet, so we're going to go ahead and go on without her. And if she shows up, fabulous. If not, then Trey and I have too much stuff going on, so we will see what happens. So Brandy may or may not be joining us this morning.
Too much to talk about. I just have to get it off my chest. Okay, first of all, last week we sent out a public cry for a lawyer to join us on the podcast, and for some reason, like, I don't know when you all listen to this normally, but I got a bunch of messages the last couple days. And some very smart lady, I forgot what her name was, suggested that we reach out to the savage himself, Ronald Richards, who is the defense attorney for the other side that is suing Erika. Listen, we need to come together and not just Stephanie and I make this decision. I feel like us as a podcast community need to make a decision. He does a lot of press and he does a lot of podcasts. He did a Heather McDonald's podcast a few weeks ago. I would love if you do not follow this man, his Instagram handle is Attorney Ronald Richards. This is the man that's suing Erika Jayne. He has the messiest Instagram feed you have ever seen in your entire life. It is the absolute best thing.
Wait, is he like a public defender or like what in the like he's suing? Is he he's like a state representative? Because wouldn't you be sued by the state if it's like or no? I don't know. I have no idea how this goes.
You know, for the longest time, these victims couldn't find someone that would go against Tom Girardi because it's like he was LA law. So this guy said, all right, I'll sue him. So he did. And man, this guy posts the most unflattering photos of Erika Jayne that you have ever seen in your entire life. It is, he gives you the tea. He really does.
He is so okay. So he's so messy because I saw the other day, oh gosh, all these Bravo accounts that I follow. Now it's so fun. Now that I'm not doing a TV show, I'm actually having fun again. So I saw something where he had like all these credit card statements, like actual like legit statements on like, you know, like American Express credit cards.
Well, Stephanie brought this to my attention, and I don't know how I didn't see this or how I wasn't following this man before. I feel like I'm doing a terrible job as a lawyer. So he posted 5 pages of Erika's American Express card, and they're the actual statements. And on there, it shows Tom V. Girardi has a 0 balance, and Erika Girardi has a $13,000 balance. And he said in his caption, he said, to respond to Erika Jayne discrediting our evidence and to answer a popular question, we're releasing her American Express bills. And sure enough, he did. She spends a lot of money on Farfetch.
Wait, that's a good place to buy clothes. Yep.
It's a good place to buy clothes. Net-a-Porter, she has a storage unit, some Starbucks here, yoga. Looks like she had some AT&T. There's Oh my gosh, $731 on makeup. That's a lot.
No,
Chick-fil-A.
not if you not if you need all of it, Trey. Makeup's expensive. It's expensive.
So he kept highlighting in here that these were Erika's direct charges. So
oh my. Okay, so Trey, you said you also found something where like there's like all this money going to like People magazine and all this stuff as well. Is that that or another thing?
No, this was in the breakdown of how she spent the $25 million. So if you go through it, and it's on this guy's Instagram page, it's like 8 slides long. She sent a ton of money, like millions of dollars, to all sorts of various production companies, talent agencies. She sent $134,000 to a photographer, a bunch of talent groups. But in here also is like, let me see, I'm reading through it right now. There was like the Hollywood Reporter, People magazine. She bought a billboard at one point, I guess. Los Angeles Time magazine got $10,000. Like all sorts of press that she very clearly paid for. Hit magazine, whatever that is.
That is so crazy because I remember her first year of Housewives and she came out and she like was in every magazine, like everywhere, like the most famous, like off the bat, most famous housewife, right?
Odyssey magazine, $2,500.
And people like pay for PR. Like I think most people on our show, my cast had a PR team. I did up until the final year, but the reason you do PR is so you can kind of, because Bravo will be able to dictate who you are and not yourself. So it's a good way for people to get to know you and not whoever Bravo says you are. But like people like paying that amount of money, it's a pay to play then. I mean, I'm guessing because I just paid a PR team and they would get me interviews and stuff. And like, so people could get to know me as a person. But that is like where you're paying for yourself to be in People mag. I mean, like you're paying the magazines to put you in there and do all this stuff. And that's like, right? Like so because I remember her being everywhere. And I was like, how, what? And it was crazy because no other housewife, even the housewives on her show who had been there, like Kyle Richards forever, did not get anything like I never saw her in stuff that Erika was in.
Well, and like even just looking at like Sutton has a crap ton of money. Sutton was also on Jimmy Fallon last week. I mean, you hire a good PR team. And I mean, Stephanie, you've been vocal about that. It's not cheap to be famous. It costs money. You
really
hire,
does. And I feel like I'm one of the cheaper housewives compared to some of the other people. Like I only did hair and makeup whenever we had group scenes, and and Trey and I would, if there was a Net-a-Porter or any sell site, we would like stock the sell sites. Like a lot of the stuff I would wear would be on sale because it's expensive. Even if you try to do it on somewhat of a budget, it's expensive.
You know what? Greatest achievement is season 5. Almost all of that was a Net-a-Porter's fire sale.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Remember, they freaked out and everything was 70% off.
Yeah,
and you just whoa.
I came in and swooped in and saved the day for myself.
Yep.
But it's so it's expensive. But like when she does it, it's oh my God, I did see the other day. It's extra expensive. Okay, so I did see the other day. I was like, because whenever. Okay, so did you notice the black long sleeve shirt she wore the other day?
Yes, the Philip Klein one that you wore 8 years ago?
Yes. So I was like, I still have that same shirt in my closet. It's a great shirt, but I was like, oh my gosh. So
she's doing that on purpose because there are all those blogs out there that link their outfits, and she knows that. And so she wore a 2014 Louis Vuitton skirt. She's not wearing her new stuff on TV right now. She's being very smart and very calculated. And I think what's bothering her is that Sutton is onto her because it seems like she's trying to manipulate the audience to feel bad for her. And every week everyone's like, why are you crying when you're not the victim here?
So I will say I went from not watching the show whatsoever. And then, because here's the deal. And Trey, I know you probably thought I was crazy, but whenever you do it for a living, it gave me so much anxiety. Like I could not physically watch the shows. Like sometimes I'd watch the reunions just to kind of get the cliff notes of the season, but I really wouldn't watch. Mm-hmm. So I am not going to lie. I started at episode 6 where the ugly pants came in, that episode. Mm-hmm. And that's where I started because I was like, I just want to know what's going on with all this Erika stuff because it's all everybody's talking about. So I'm like, I need to figure this out. So I start from, I think it was episode 6. And that's what I do during my cardio. And I do a lot of cardio in my house. So, I can get through 2 episodes in one cardio session. So I finally am caught up with everybody else. And it's interesting because during that time, as an outsider, you kind of change your mind a lot. You're like, did she know? Did she not know? I do agree with Sutton, though. It is really, really interesting and weird that she would talk about how, that accident and 3 years ago, and it was, and he started losing his, mental capacity or he started like something happened to him mentally. And then he came out like the next day as, trying to be, I guess, incapacitated, like where he's not able to.
Yes.
To speak for himself. He has Alzheimer's and everything else. It just seemed, so I do get where it does, to me, it seems like this is what I think happened. I'm going to be, okay, you want to know what I think happened? Now that I've watched it, this is what I think happened. And I could be totally off and totally wrong. And by the way, my opinion does not matter. I'm going to say that right now before anyone gets mad at me. My opinion, this is just my opinion. This is what I think happened if I had to guess. Okay. Mm-hmm. I think that whenever she was spending this money and doing all this stuff, when in the beginning of The Housewives, I think that she did not know. I think she thought her husband's a lawyer. He does really well. She really didn't know where this money, but she thought he was making all this money, right? And he was probably pretending like they had money and he was giving her money to make her dreams come true. And I think she was so focused on making her dreams that she always wanted to come true that she didn't really care, right? So, but I don't think she thought he was stealing from people. I really don't. And she was supposedly spending money like crazy. But I think it all kind of hit the fan shortly before she divorced him. And I think he came clean and said, I'm going broke. This is not going to be good for you. And I think he gave her an out. And I think she ran with it, right? Because I do think he loves her. Mm-hmm. So I truly believe that 100% when she divorced him, she knew it was getting bad for him. And
she knew at the end.
Yeah, I do think that. And also, it just seems, I get where Sutton's coming from, and I wish she would say it, but also I've been there. It's hard to say things, especially if you feel very alone in saying something, because you don't, because audience can be really painful, like the audience reaction. So I get Sutton. She's probably nervous to really be like, I think that you're playing into this a little bit and helping him. But I also do believe that so this is where she's at. If I were her, now Travis is in a situation where I'm in a tough spot because I have all this money, right? So I think she's not necessarily trying to save him. I think she's trying to save herself. Right. And if he was not in the right frame of mind with, to be held accountable, then, and she goes along with that and helps him with that. And I'm not saying he is or isn't. It kind of could possibly maybe help her. He's a smart lawyer. I'm sure.
And that's what he's going back to. Is he's very, very smart. And I think he would say, hey, shit's about to hit the fan. Go do. I mean, he can tell her how to navigate this, which is what she's been trying to say. She hasn't been talking to him, so everyone thinks that he's not. But then they had that hot mic moment where you find out he is talking to her. Uh-huh. I mean, and the internet was great last week because she had that whole look at my life thing. And then people were like, yeah, look at your life. You just bought a brand new Range Rover. You're spending $9,000 a month on rent in your bungalow in West Hollywood. You're still getting your hair and makeup done. Yeah, look at your life. So I could see him saying hey, this isn't going to be pretty, but here's how you make it out alive.
Yeah, no, I mean, I totally can see them. And also she doesn't really talk badly about him. She's always like, I hope he's okay. She's not really being if Travis did that, I would go on and rip him a new asshole publicly. I'm going to be honest, because I would be furious that he put me in that position to be, again, 100% honest. So, but she's almost she's almost trying to be a little nice with him, peppering everything with kindness in regards to him. I hope people need to check on him. I hope he's okay, which also leads me to believe that I do think he put her in a tough spot. I think she's spent the money,
not taking
whatever.
Down his reputation.
I think instead of going hard on him and being what an asshole, I can't believe he did this. He's the most horrible human. Who does that? He put me in a tough spot. He put these people in a tough spot. I hate him or whatever. I would probably be like that. She's almost trying to help save him a little bit, but I think it's because in the end, it helps save her. Travis said a lot of times people because I asked him about it because he's much smarter than me. But he says a lot of times, like he was like, no, you can't get in a bad spot and, divorce, a month before everything happens. He was like, but you see it all the time where people are going down and, the wife will leave the husband. Like he knows somebody, they're not friends, but he knows somebody who was in a tough financial situation, and the guy from Oregon, and the guy and his wife divorced, and he gave her everything, the home and everything, the company, everything. He left with nothing because then he could say he had nothing with bankruptcy.
Right.
So, but you know what? They're still dating and boyfriend and girlfriend, and it's really shitty.
Seems like that was kind of the plan until shit really hit the fan, and then it was like, well, all right, plan B.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I can just tell you, watching this, can't you see that Erika is just like, she is like really out here fighting the good fight.
Yeah. But I will say this. I do think she is like, I think she is so stressed. I think she's like, her life is spiraling. I think Sutton kind of sees things that the audience is seeing. I'm not saying Erika is a bad person. I think people hate her. I think she is in fight or flight mode, and she's just trying to get out alive. And I don't necessarily believe that she's like this evil, horrible person who knew when she took the $20 million that it was stolen money. I think it's gone. And now she's like, what the fuck do I do? Right? Like, that's what I think.
Yes. And I think Sutton was, part one of Kathy's dinner party, Sutton was the only smart one there. I think Kyle was a fool to try to paint Sutton out to be two-faced, because I think Kyle saw like, all right, this can be edited this way, thinking Bravo was going to protect Erika, but it was not. And so her calling Sutton out really stabbed herself in the back, but it was honestly, after all this, I feel like I myself need therapy. And I hope that Erika gets a BetterHelp sponsorship.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Honestly, if I were her, I would talk to BetterHelp. I cannot imagine what she's going through. You guys know that we love BetterHelp. They are such an amazing online therapy outlet. It is great. So much better than traditional therapy, because traditional therapy, as you may know, I know because I've done a lot, is very, very expensive. And BetterHelp is just a fraction of the cost. You are matched with your therapist by filling out an online quiz. And if for some reason the therapist you're matched with does not fit your needs and you don't really mesh with them, you can try a new therapist out until you find the perfect therapist to fit your needs. You can talk to your therapist on video chat, over the phone, and you can text your therapist during the month. And again, BetterHelp is just a fraction of traditional therapy. We want you to start living a happier life today. And as a listener, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting our sponsor at betterhelp.com/weeklydose. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/weeklydose. Such a great therapy outlet, and we appreciate them as always. So back to Erika.
Yes.
I think the reunion is going to be insane.
They filmed that this Friday. Well, I guess this week.
And also Bravo's really smart because they have really, like Sutton, I feel like Sutton and Garcelle are in a very empowered position going into the reunion, because everybody's you guys are asking all these questions that everyone wants to know. But also for the audience who's mad at them for asking the questions, you have to also realize that that is their job. Like if nobody was asking the questions, like it would get nowhere. So that is their job, to ask questions that she may not want to answer.
She is filming Real Housewives, but I said before, she is working for the real. You
know what? I actually, Garcelle, I like Sutton a lot. Like I think Sutton's great, but I think Garcelle's my favorite this year. Is that weird? She's my favorite.
Holding everyone to the fire. She won't let a question go unanswered.
And she just she's such a strong person. Like she's a lot of times standing. I like her and Sutton are standing alone, but a lot of times Garcelle, I really like her. Like I would want to be friends with her.
I think what we're seeing is, even last week with Dorit trying to call Garcelle a bully, I think the more senior cast members are so used to, all right, if I do this, the show shifts this way. But these new cast members are not letting a question go unanswered. They're not letting a topic go. They're handling it. They're taking the story full circle and answering every question. And that's kind of where it's screwing Kyle and Dorit in the foot, because it's not going the way they thought it was going to go. I mean, in past House, if you call someone a bully, that's their label that's where the show's going. But it's like, no, I'm not. And explain to me how I am. And then it's like, all right, well, that died. So there goes your point. Next.
Yeah.
Now back to what we're really talking,
Yeah, no, it's like, it's really fascinating. No, I do think the new people are amazing. Like Kathy's super funny. I like her a lot. Like she's funny, but I'm sorry.
She's just light.
She's light and funny and you need that. But I think this year's MVPs are Garcelle and Sutton. They're so fun. I mean, they're like, they are so like, they're amazing. I could not do what they're doing.
Kathy
I would be
does what Kathy wants to do. And that's all we want to see Kathy do. The real part
like,
is
I wouldn't want to see Kathy holding people to the fire. Like I would the way she is perfect. Like, and also she's a friend of, which is a perfect role because she's like brings the fun, the lightness, but she's not supposed to be in the drama. Like that's like the most perfect position. Like truly it is. Cause especially for her, cause she has her sister and
she
like
it's perfect. Kyle almost like Kyle needed that kind of new wave of lightheartedness but Kathy just went and spent $1,000 per Bachler candle and they're just sitting there fighting over them.
And let me tell you this is what I think is going to happen. I think that the Richard sisters are going to get a spinoff. I think this is setting them up for a spinoff. 100%.
Well, that's what Beverly Hills was supposed to be originally.
I think they're going to get a spinoff because they're pushing those sisters so much. I think it'll be a Peacock spinoff with the three sisters, which I'm happy for because I want Kim to have something.
You need to go watch on Netflix Cooking with Paris. There's an episode where Kathy and Nikki come over and it is so funny.
Oh my God.
It is just, Kathy herself is great. All right. This week, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, the first 2 minutes of the episode aired, and it is so stressful. Talk about another one that needs better help, Jen Shah. When she got that call from her husband, you can almost hear her heart drop.
Well, I know so much of what happens in
Salt Lake
the
behind the scenes
I know
stuff.
Everything because I share
you share an agent with
Whitney.
So you were getting real-time updates.
So I know a lot. I will not spill the tea because that's, privileged information that I can't, but I think it's going to be good. I will say my guess with Jen Shah is that she truly believes, I don't know. I think she's going to say she's innocent until the end. Like, I don't think she will ever say she's not. Like, I think she'll be going to jail saying she's innocent.
I agree. I don't know. It's interesting how you see her running away, though. And why did they bring a helicopter?
Well, because I think her husband's the one that called her, right? So her husband called her. I believe, now I don't know this for sure. This is not any information I've gotten from anybody, but I believe that they probably were standing there when he called her or something because they had to have known where she was. And I think she said where she was in that clip.
Did. Yes.
So that's why she had to get out of there fast, is because I'm sure she didn't want to be humiliated with the cameras rolling.
Yeah, but they sent Homeland Security to arrest her. Like, that's kind of a lot.
But also, like, I saw somewhere in the previews where she thinks somebody ratted her out. Well, that's not the way the feds work. The feds usually, the other people have been in jail for getting in trouble for years, right? So this is a case that they've worked up. They have evidence on her. There's no way they don't have evidence on her. I've never met Jen Shah. But I don't think it was a castmate that did it. I think she did it to herself. And if she didn't, she'll be found innocent. But whatever happened, the feds I'm sure they have evidence. You don't arrest somebody. You don't go to that degree. But and also they can't think she's a flight risk because she's out on bail right now, right?
What I think is so fascinating is that she's almost mocking the whole situation in her tagline, saying, I think her tagline is the only thing I'm guilty of is being Shawnazing.
Yes, but here's the deal. Before people judge her, that's a Bravo thing. That's the production company does the taglines. But you don't have to say them. There have been some taglines I've gotten that I wouldn't have said it either. I would be like, this is not. But also, I don't necessarily think that Jen Shah, like I said, I've never met her, but I don't think that she knows how bad this is. I think Erika knows how bad it is for her.
I agree.
I think that's why Erika's so like anxious and like crying, and so like she's emotionally, and there's a part of me that does like feel bad for Erika. I think what she should do, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, is all that jewelry, all the artwork, anything that she has that's worth anything, I would give to the lawyer and say, I want to just find a way to sell this, do whatever you can to make it right. Like I would try to make it right and not hang on to things. That's what I think. That's where I think Erika's probably going wrong. Yeah. So I would like all that jewelry and stuff. As soon as you know that it's stolen money, like give it back. Like even if it was a gift, give it back because it was a gift paid for by somebody else's money.
Absolutely. I totally agree. All right. Our last hot topic before we wrap this thing up, Britney Spears' conservatorship. Her dad has one, stepped down as a conservator, and two, is trying to petition for the conservatorship to be thrown out entirely.
What?
Yes. Now, her lawyer is saying this is a big win for Britney, but this is also a move to try to stop his deposition to where he will have to answer how $47 million was spent over the course of the conservatorship. And the lawyer is saying,
how long was the conservatorship?
13 years. So they're saying, no, we are absolutely still deposing you, and you will absolutely still have to answer for where all this money went. That's money he could be on the line for. But I think, honestly, if I was Britney, and I imagine probably where her head is at is just, I'm out, cool. Let me go make another $100 million this year. I do think she will.
Yeah, well, because here's the deal. Britney, I do too. I think she'll tour. I think she will want to get out of this and just have her freedom. I think she'll tour and I think she will make a ton of money because everybody, like she is the person everyone wants to see do well. So I think she's going to come back. I think she's going to come back. I think she's going to tour. I think she's going to do better than ever. That's crazy. But I don't know how you can spend again. Like, I guess if you're buying homes and stuff, I always say, I don't know how you can spend that money. I don't know how
money like he's Erika Jayne.
Yes. But I mean, if you're not buying homes, that's a lot. That's hard money to spend. That's a lot of money.
You know what though? Give me $25 million and I'll have it gone in an hour. I will. $25 million.
I mean, Trey, I don't even have a job right now. So this morning, Trey messages me with this handbag and he's like, oh my God, you need this. And I'm looking, I wake up, it's, 6:45. I'm like, hey, what are you doing up? You have no children, but God bless you. And I call him and I'm like, Trey, I have that exact handbag, the exact same color, but just like.
It's a different size.
A little different size. And he's like, yeah, but you don't have this size. I'm like, I am unemployed.
Listen.
I have no job, but why not? Why
Try
not
to
get this?
Tom Girardi money.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Oh my God, you're crazy. Well, I love you.
Well, next week we promise to have a lawyer on here and Brandy.
Yes, Brandy and a lawyer.
For both.
But also, I'm going to put it out here because in a few years, people are going to be like, I remember when Stephanie said this. I think Erika Jayne is going to get through this and have a big comeback after all this is done. I think she's going to rise to the top again.
1,000%.
People love the downfall, but they also love to see the rise. I think she's going to I think she's going to come back from it.
Yeah, talk about a Peacock spinoff. She'll definitely have one.
I think she's going to rise to the top again. I think this is going to be a hard year, but I do think she's one of those people that will find a way to come back from it.
Yep. I agree.
So,
all right. Well, Stephanie, where can we follow you?
You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Steph Holman.
And you can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast. And again, if you're a lawyer and want to be on here next week, message me at Trey_Stewart.
Yes. Bye. Yes, absolutely. Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye.